Okay, so for part A, I've got an I and j vector. First thing it asks me to do is sketch it. So 7i is going to be 7 in the positive I direction. 4j is going to be up 4 the positive j direction. So the resultant vector is going to be that vector there. It wants the magnitude, so I and j are perpendicular to each other, so that's a right angle triangle. So I can just use Pythagoras for the magnitude, so that's going to be the square root of 7 squared plus 4 squared, so root 49 plus 16, so root 65, and it always check what the question says, give your answers correct to 1 decimal place. So I do just need to grab the calculator and check what that is. So 8.1. It also wants the angle between the vector and vector I. So that's vector I, so they want this angle there. So that I can just use trigonometry for. So I've got the opposite and the adjacent sides. So tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So theta is inverse tan of that. So shift tan 4 over 7. And again, 1 decimal place. So that's going to be 29.7 degrees. Okay, so vector B, so that's minus 6, so that's going to be 6 to the left, and minus 5, so that's going to be down 5. So that's our resultant vector here. So again, I'm going to have a right angle triangle. So magnitude is going to be Pythagoras. Obviously, if I'm squaring 6 and 5, it's just the length of them I'm interested in, so don't need to worry about the negatives. So what's that going to be? 61, and they want it to 1 decimal place, so we better do that. Okay, so 7.8. Okay, and then I need the angle. So I want the angle with the I vector. The I vector is actually that vector there. So that's the angle that my vector is making with the I vector. So I think the easiest way to get that angle is going to be to use the right angle triangle to get that there. So if I call that theta, so tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So it's minus 5 over minus 6, but obviously that's just the same as 5 over 6. So theta is inverse tan of 5 over 6. Okay, so that's 39.8 degrees. So if that angle there is 39.8, this angle that I'm actually after is going to be 180 minus 39.8 degrees. So that's the magnitude, and the angle with the I vector is going to be 140.2 degrees.